You are welcome again. We want to talk about pre-tips counseling for marriage, pre-marriage counseling, pre-marriage tips for singles and all that. For countless women, especially women, marriage has been a cherished dream since their early years. Of course, while it undoubtedly brings excitement and significance to life, it also marked a transformative milestone in the life of a young girl. You have seen people go to wedding, your aunties, your, neighbors and all that. And you keep wondering, when will it be my own? But I want to tell you, before taking that leap, it is crucial, very paramount, to consider the essential preparation needed for a thriving and enduring marriage. Marriage is no child's play. It takes, a whole lot of things to go into that. And you don't want to go in there unprepared. Because marriage is a besieged castle. People in there are rushing out. People outside are rushing. It's a besieged castle. Number one, what do you want to do? You want to first learn to live alone as a single woman. First, answer this question. Can you live alone? What do you do? Can you do things for yourself? You're living alone. Know how to live alone. Know how living alone feels like. Number two, you must have your finances in order if you want to go into marriage. There is nothing worse than going into marriage with a whole lot of pile of debt. It is going to be too unfair on your future spouse. So make sure your finances are intact. A bit of pre-marriage relationship tips are not being taught, or we don't know when we were going into marriage at those days, because social media is now helping most of our youth, the Gen Zs. We had nothing, no pre-counseling, no premarital counseling, nothing. You must work at building the financial compatibility. And of course, maintaining transparency when it comes to money matters. Because those are those things that used to cause crisis in that marriage. Number three, you should be able to discuss your expectation for children. You understand? Maybe you want, the other guy doesn't want. Some of the questions you could ask, do you both want children? And if so, how many? When will you like to start having the family? When you would like to start having the children? Is that after 1 year or 2 years of marriage, or like forever? Then when you have married, when you begin to have the children, how will your relationship change? What are the things that you are expecting? How do you want to go about teaching these children discipline? How do you want to go about discipline of your children? Which faith or belief system will you love to teach your children that will be in tune with the both of you? What kind of home do you want to run? What school will you like your children to go? Is it the public school or the private school? Which school? Be clear on those things. Number four, be clear right from the beginning their background. Do you admire their family? Have you seen any relationship between their parents and you seek to follow in their footsteps? Or maybe you should look at, are they trying to be better person? Are they there for each other? Is it the kind of closely knitted family, or everybody they are just doing their own? How ready are you? How prepared are you for that kind of a relationship? The kind of family do they have? How do they relate to their mothers? How do they relate to their father? Do they treat their mothers with respect and love, both in her presence and when speaking about her? You understand? In her absence, how do they take their younger sisters? How closely knitted are they as siblings? Is there any kind of abuse or addiction, or a kind of problem like family pattern in that family? Are you ready? Love will not even take you much longer than what you think in that marriage. Immediately you enter, make sure you have the same values and ideals. You understand? Of course, you have to learn to be patient and forgiving. Looking for the best tip. You have to, it's one of the best tips. Forgiving. Be forgiving. And willing to compromise. You understand? You have to bend. There should be flexibility. You understand? It's not everything that you be, up and doing. No, I will not. If you don't agree for this one, that other one, what happens? So every marriage with its own peculiarities and challenges. Every marriage is bound to have its up and downs. And sooner than later, you find your beloved partner is getting on your nerves and you are tired and you're like, oh, I regret marrying you. How this relationship, and you're like that. Number 7, of course, be their best fan, but have your own goals too. Every man wants their wives to be their fan because it will bring the best out in them. But remember, you must be your own person too. You must have your own goals too. There should be room for personal development and growth. You understand? As your husband is moving, try and have your own goal. Number 8, you should be able, pre-marriage, to discuss roles and responsibility. That's a must amongst the pre-marriage relationship tips for women. Responsibility. Be clear on who does what. Have an open conversation, open talk. You understand? About household chores. Who does what? Not that you are the only one. You are the laundry, you are the kitchen, you are the cleaning, you are the cleaner, you are the everything. Your financial responsibilities and careers aspiration. Let them know. Define those clear roles and expectations before you enter into marriage. To ensure a balance, a positive balance, and an harmonious partnership. You understand? You are not a maid. Because you are a woman, you can become whatever you want. Then, of course, you have to build a supportive network. It is very, very vital. A supportive network, maybe your friends, your families, your colleagues. Of course, who can be there for you. Maybe elder, couples that have been into marriage. They can be a source of guidance, encouragement, being supportive. They will be able to guide you in most of the things if you trust them. You understand? They may be able to influence you, influence your relationship, support you, and offer necessary advices when needed. It is very, very important. Nobody can. You can't be an island. You are isolated. You isolate yourself because you are in marriage. It's going to bounce back, and it's not going to be funny. Friends and family are so important. Develop complete conflict resolution skill and a system. How do we resolve? Don't leave every trouble, every conflict. Don't leave it and be sleeping over it. Talk about it, resolve it, and move. Learn healthy and constructive ways to manage conflicts. Practice active listening. Compromise. Seek win-and-win solution and avoid toxic communication. You can't, if you're in any relationship and you are the only one apologizing, the relationship is toxic. So avoid toxic communication pattern. Be who you are. With or without marriage, you are beautiful, you are elegant, and you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So, watch out for the red flags. See you in the next video. Your friend, No Solution.